So. Are you kidding me? Come on. Seriously? Come on. Let's go. The Wi-Fi's gonna suck, huh? Turn off all these dang devices. I'm trying to shorten the bandwidth. All right, guys. I think during bandwidth. Let me share this real quick, and then I'll jump off of the. Come on. This is just bad. There you go. All right, I see 2 of you guys. Yeah. So let's share this. I didn't put anything in the description or nothing. I just went for it. So I can get off the YouTube and still. I'll take the YouTube part off and I'll stay on the StreamYard that takes up less bandwidth. So share this, people. I'm trying to share it now. Bear with me. Part 2 of 1. I don't care as long as Beth and Shanna Honey come back. And Emily. All right. I'm dropping the link. And the commentary. Oh, you didn't miss it. No, you didn't, dear. Here's the link for the one on StreamYard. Exclamation point. You know me. I wouldn't be trying to have everything worked out perfectly. LOL. That's Planet X Hunter. There's the link. Okay. Link for 2. All right. So I put it on the last 2 videos. So hopefully people will get the message sooner than later. Here's the link. Beth, like I said, let me go to your page and drop it, Beth. Talking to myself. All right. Oh, dead GPK. I ain't seen him in a while. Paste. Beth has dropped another video already. The Dragon Sun. Oh, wow. All right, so here's part 2. Part 2, and I'm going to send it to my Twitter, and then we'll be done. Oh, Shanna Honey. Let me find her. Shanna Honey sounds like pony. Shanna Honey. It said honeycomb. I can never find her. Ever. It just doesn't work for me. N-N-A, okay. Capital N-E-Y. See? Why does it do that to me? Shanna, Honey sound like pony. I can't find you. All right, so subliminal high vibrations. I like that name. This is part 2 of a attempt to get this right, because I had some lady friends that wanted to join the panel. So we switched it from YouTube to StreamYard. So bear with me. I'm trying to get the message out there. But welcome. Yeah, subliminal vibrations. We were just discussing not subliminal messages, but hold on, but not dog. Sandy, stay there. Good girl. We were discussing frequencies and consciousness and synchronicities. Subliminal messages. This is why I don't watch TV anymore. I can't bear it. It's just I can't do it. Subliminal. But there's other subliminal vibrations that I'm sure you could teach me a lot about. So welcome. Shanna Honey sounds like pony. Where are you at? Let me go to my Twitter real quick. Yeah, we'll give it a minute for some people to come in. I guess I could set up something over here real quick. I see 3 of you. Please check in, guys. Let me know that you are here. I'm trying to catch up. I think I did that pretty quickly, actually. Let me go over here. I'm getting my photo album set up for you guys. Pretty sad about my Instagram, darn it. Shout out to my people on Instagram. Miss y'all. Okay, so we're going to go back to where we were. And that was here. Oh, that's something else. And all these notes that I've been writing, I get so darn nervous I can't even darn read them. Oh, I guess I need to turn that music down before they give me a damn strike. Okay, I'm having a slow connection. I know I am. So slow. Oh, working now. Okay, I turned it down. I could use this screen recorder later, huh? Okay, come on. Okay, wait a minute. That's my video. Can I make it bigger? Hold on. Shut up. There we go. All right, so that's not the one I'm supposed to be watching anyway. I'll get it right in a minute. I promise you. All right, this is what we were watching. I'm going to screen share. I'm going to leave the link here. I've been watching you for 2 years. Really? You made me feel like I wasn't crazy. I am seeing all the things you do first time with you. Wow. You know, that just makes what I do so much more worth it. Where you been? I'm assuming you're female. It sounds female to me. I apologize if I'm wrong, but thank you. I was just discussing that, you know, even if people have just started skywatching, like, I'm trying to encourage you. I'm trying to, let's get our consciousness together. You got any questions? We need to ask them, open up doorways, you know, learn from each other, vibe from each other. Because here in this, you know, skywatching community, the majority of all of us started out as Planet X hunters. And then, you know, curiosity, and then there was Nemesis, and there's Nibiru, and then the whole flat earth. And, you know, it's a journey. But I'm glad I could at least make you feel like you weren't crazy. I understand. The skies unfold for me, scary, beautiful. Yeah, see, that happened to me recently. It was about 2 months ago, I think, and I got what I've always asked for, what I thought I could handle, and it floored me. I mean, it floored me. It floored me to the point I put the camera down, put the phone down. I kept from going outside because I'm so drawn to it. I was scared, you know. And then I had to do this whole self-awareness thing that I've been doing for about 2 months now, and changing my habits, changing the way I eat, trying stay away from all negative energies. This is why I don't watch TV, or I mean I watch movies, but um I can even feel if my dog is having a bad day. I sure can. I can see auras, yeah. But I do understand why I've been blessed with a certain amount of knowledge at a certain time when I was ready for it. Because, I mean, who wants all that knowledge? That's so much of the knowing that it would just drive me crazy. I couldn't be a god or deity. I couldn't do it. That's just too much. So I think that, I've been through life. I've been through enough to make me wake up to this false reality and understand that I'm not alone. You're not alone. It's just no one encourages anybody to look up. It's bad enough we were talking about binary planet, and then I start talking about crabs and beings and little beings and big beings, and then, entities come, the orbs come, and then you get overwhelmed, and I just got overwhelmed, and here I am. I'm back. But yeah, yeah. You're more than welcome to share your experience if you'd like. I'm going to leave a link here for whoever wants to join the panel. Where are my ladies at? Miss Beth and Miss Shanahoney, sound like pony. Where are you at? I will call you female. No, just. And you say that you've been watching me for 2 years. I would like to know your story. Like, how did you get started? I think that's an interest that no one ever asked us how we got started. Well, my son asked me one day. He said, "Mom, what happened to you?" I was like, "I woke up like this. I literally woke up sensing things, seeing things that I was too scared to tell anybody. And then all those rose petals around every light I saw, including the sun. And yeah, I literally woke up like this. But I did the wrong thing. I forced it on people. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. I'm like, I couldn't go anywhere without getting out the car and filming, embarrassing people. And now I know that they were not my real friends, or they'd never been embarrassed. I get embarrassed when you gotta pull out a selfie stick and take 100 pictures of yourself. That's embarrassing. And a waste of time, because you only end up picking out one. But anywho, it's something you definitely have to do on your own, and if you've been doing it for 2 years at least, you're good to go. You've absorbed. I'm sure that you know when to bring it up, when not to bring it up, what to say, what not to say. But now I just don't do anything. I will let them ask me. If they ask, I will tell them. But I no longer going around, didn't you see that? Didn't you see that? Or, I used to take a mirror. Y'all know the symbol CNN, right? I used to take a mirror to everywhere I went, and somebody was watching. It could be in the mall. It doesn't matter. I always took that mirror and I put it right up to the CNN where it says evil. They got to the point to where TV got so bad for me, it literally made me nauseous. Watching subliminal messages and everybody just still drinking fluoride. Okay, so what was I doing? I'm giving y'all the code. Give you the code right now. For some people, probably are not getting any invitations unless I email them. Yeah. So maybe they'll see it sooner than later. Let's see what you said. I'm a dude. I'm so sorry. It's just a beautiful name, subliminally vibrations. I never really thought about subliminal vibrations, like not in that sense to where it made sense to me, putting them side by side. I'm a dude, 40 in 2 months, young man. It's all very heavy, and it's not all the time we get men. But I asked for the truth, and I got it. A Flat Earth on YouTube was put me on many years ago. That's why my mind split open. Yes, and not just that. what helped me with the flat earth, it was that, in the 1800s, 100 years ago, it was flat. As far as everybody knew, it was flat. It took 100 years to make sure everybody died off before they, made up this big bang theory. And I'm still a flat earther. But I have put a twist in it. And D Marble would hate me for saying this right now, but we're flat, but we turn. We somehow rotate. We're not spinning 1,000 miles an hour through infinite space with a vacuum seal and all. No, that's not the case. But somehow or another, we do turn. That's just my theory. I think it's on our arm, kind of in a spiral. Not like we turn, but something is beneath us, if you will, and it's holding us as it is spiraling up. We're not turning we're not turning individually. Something is underneath us, and I think it spirals. If that makes any sense, I'm still trying to figure it out. That's just something I'm working with right now, because I know about the 3 days of darkness. I know in my heart and soul what's going to cause it. And I know why we're in the third density. I know what it takes to get to the fifth density, and that cannot happen on a spinning globe going through infinite space, by no means. I know about Gaia and she's about to, cleanse herself. She's like taking a shower. But in order to get to that other density, there's no way in hell we're spinning. That's just not possible. So, but in order for it to happen and us get to the fifth density, we got to get out of the third density, which means that this sphere, our world, whatever it is, has to come to a stop, because we have to turn the other direction. If we turn the other direction, which we are going to, then a third density couldn't even fit into that realm or that dimension. It's just not possible for matter, like solid matter. We're light beings, we're energy. I'm just carrying on looking up at the ceiling because this is all new to me. But, I'm pretty good at, that's what I've been praying for, discernment. And I have notes. Where are my people at? Where y'all at? Did I drop the link yet? No. See, I talk too much. I've been taking a whole lot of time off since that happened to me. And I got a little closer to God and other gods and beliefs. You know what I've been doing? And I'm 52. I've been learning to love myself and know that I can't do this without you guys. This is about unity, and it's a consciousness awareness. I believe that a lot of us came back here. If you're into the sky too, you asked to come back here as well to help. I don't know if it's necessarily a starseed or I just know I was born in 1970, and if you're anywhere from 55 and 30 right now, then you're good. You should have some common sense about you to know what things used to look like and how the world used to be. And we slept with our doors open sometimes, just with the screen door. Everybody kept everybody's kids, and we came in when the street lights went on, and it took a village to raise a kid. But it takes all of us to raise awareness, you guys, especially when it comes to something has been put on the back burner as it's an embarrassment to watch the sky. Where did that come from? It's so cool. If you allow yourself to do it and stop questioning it. I want to stop and ask y'all, why do you have a selfie stick with 3 people with you? They can't take a photo of you. Or, I could ask all kind of questions about what you take photos of. I mean, hell, most people make a living advertising, But if you're not completely aware of your surroundings, that means as above, so below, then you're really missing the whole picture because you're so stuck on yourself. And I mean that for, all you people who are just stuck on yourself, what you're wearing, who's going to see your photo, how many thumbs up you're going to get, and the poor children who have killed themselves and or damn near killed themselves because somebody made a bad comment about a photo. These devices, man, just virtual stuff, it's going to keep everybody from looking up. Because signs are definitely in the heavens, y'all, but it's not the halo. It's not that sun halo. It's not the moon halo. It's not the fact that you're looking for Christ on a horse. It's everything. People are looking for little bitty UFOs, flying saucers, if you will. What? No, it's so much bigger. It's the entire sky. The entire sky. I think it's the city of Jerusalem. I think that there's machines. There's reptiles. You have insectoids. You have the Palladians. You have the Arcturians, the Syrians, the Federation of Light. You have the spirit realm, starseeds, lightworkers. All of this exists, y'all. And then I'll be darned if you don't find out that angels are not angels. You find out that the fallen angels were not just fallen angels. Some of them failed to work, like literally. There's so much going on that people think that we have progressed. What? We've gone backwards, y'all. I know now. I think I know how they built the pyramids now. But it never mattered to me back in the day because it's like, okay, well, at least that they did it. That was a lot of hard work. Come to find out, it's probably the easiest thing for them to do. They use sound waves. If you ask me, they use certain sound waves to lift everything. Now, they asked where the stones come from. The stones were probably a whole lot closer back then. Remember, we used to have one landmass. Just everything kind of fits in. I always felt different, like I'm here for a greater purpose. I don't know the shape exactly of the earth or the sky above, moving into a higher dimension. Okay, yeah, we are moving into a higher dimension, but we're moving into light. This is just my belief, and I don't know how to word everything properly, but when the reptiles, the Dracodians, took over, this is truly a soul trap. And I used to always ask myself and see photos of a sphere with handcuffs or chains around it. And I'd be like, what do they mean, soul trap? And then this is where you start getting like, you're so selfish with your thoughts. And I didn't want to complete the Bible. I didn't want to read that entire Bible. Hell, I didn't understand it to begin with. And I didn't like going to no place with a steeple on it. So one man could sit up there and sweat and grind his teeth and get donations to tell me his story. That whole building believes his the way he presents every chapter to you, or every what am I looking for? Paragraph or chapters, yeah. Psalms 100, verse this and verse that. I mean, these people can recite them off of just their memory. I can't do that. So I had to learn a way to make the Bible interesting to me, to make me do it. And my husband suddenly was murdered. And he used to always try to make me read the Bible. And it's always Ephesians, armor of God. I never understood that either. I actually was so ignorant. I thought, okay, well, when did God pass out armors? And when am I supposed to be looking like I was just that ignorant? Because I simplified everything. I didn't want to put no work into it. And I didn't want to hear nobody else's story. Because I couldn't believe that my God would actually, have his son crucified. But now that I know the story, thanks to a lot of people sticking by me. Hi, Monica. How long are we going live with let's see. What'd you say? How long are we going live with the machine? How long are we going to live with the machines? Oh, my goodness. They've been there. They've never gone anywhere. They've always been there. Right above us. There's no real such thing as the sky, guys. There's those clouds, those vapor clouds. No, just camouflage. Nothing is as it seems. When I tell y'all, everything is a lie. The truth is stranger than fiction. And the truth is the hardest thing for you to believe until you become a part of, and I can say this, well, there's spiritual vibrations, any type of vibrations. It ain't just fluoride, guys, that's dumbing us down. It's our peers. It's our family. It's religion. It's anything to keep you from Yahweh, from Yahshua. It's They made up a globe so they could say a Big Bang Theory. If you believe in the Big Bang Theory, it makes it impossible to believe in a God or a deity or any sort. If you think that, this is 2022, we should be able to build perfect pyramids, right? Not going to happen. Can't do it. But they made us think that we are a superior now because that was ancients. No, the key word is ancient ancestors. Yes, that's where all the knowledge lies, right there. It's not that they're ancient and old. It's that they're ancient in knowledge. You understand? They were taught by deities and people who actually believed in them as beings. Now, the Adam and Eve story, I think it's got something to it, but they're not the first beings, and Yahweh did not have a only hand in us. You got to understand. Well, I ain't say you got to understand. I got to stop doing that. I just wish that everybody would give everything a first and second chance. Everything that you've ever heard. I don't care from the chronicles of whatever to wizards to aliens to whatever you want to any fantasy movie. I guarantee you that you'll realize that everything you were taught not to believe is very true. I believe in all the gods. I believe in the Titans. I believe everything that's said was fictional. Mythology is very real. And that's, they say, oh my God, the biggest lie in the world is the fact that we're a flat earth or whatever. No, that's not it. That's not it. It's a baggage of things. It's everything, all for what, guys? To control us. Did y'all ever ask yourself, let me get back in the chat. Did y'all ever ask yourself why would one creator create such beasts like Leviathan? Why would he create an angel that he knew was going to turn against him? It just doesn't make any sense. Just like his son being on the cross, I now know. We did that to Christ. Yahweh didn't have a hand in that. And it's not, I don't mean to sound ugly or anything, but Yahweh, of course he knew it was going to happen, but he's a source, people. You got to understand that the evil, like Satan and Lucifer, are two different beings. Two different beings. I think that they do it. He exists as a beast, but Yahweh did not create him. There was other people think Yahweh had brothers and sisters. I don't know about all that, but I know that he's a main source, and I think he split himself in so many different ways that he's still one. We're all still one. I get this all screwed up. I had to go back to my notes to see the Bible is hijacked. Absolutely, Monica. And the thing is that when I was growing up and we heard about the Pope and what he was doing to these little boys, my mother's Catholic, and I had to grow up fighting her on everything, but nobody ever did anything about it, did they? Not a damn thing. Then you find out that the original Bible, was in Hebrew, in that the very language we speak, English, it's called spelling, because every word is a spell. You got to understand that. Like every word we say, even spelling itself, it's casting spells on us. We say certain words and we're worshiping, I ain't gonna say Satan or Lucifer, we're worshiping evil. We are practicing evil without even knowing it. And you think that wouldn't be fair, right? You think that, oh, well, I didn't know what I was doing, so it doesn't count. Yes, it does. It counts. Right down to Beyonce's dances on stage, her chair dances. It counts. You know why it counts? Because you are a son of a God. And the way awareness is with these densities, you should be waking up. You clearly should be waking up. I believe that there's no sin worse than another. But I believe that them 10 commandments was your common sense. Like every commandment is just you applying your common sense, using your 5 senses. Thou shalt not kill. Duh. Thou shalt not steal. No, not do I care to. It's almost like they, and I'm not going to say just the Vatican, I'm going to say all church, because it's man-made. For you to tell me that I have to believe what you said about Corinthians or revelations, and why can't I have an opinion? But you can't do that, especially with the white man. You cannot have an opinion about that Bible. You cannot say nothing about Christ or you word thereof. I was so mad about Mary. Like, I had my first child very young. I was 15. And I know what kind of hell it was. I had to even go to school and hide it. I had him in July. God knows I was burning up in school trying to hide his stomach. But my mom didn't want nobody to know. So I thought about, I didn't even really think about Jesus too much, y'all. I'm trying to read. Giuseppe, where have you been? It's so nice to have you here. We are dancers in vibration. And you know what? See, prime example. I know what you mean by that now. I never really understood your name, and I've known you for years. But you're absolutely right. Now I can officially say, I agree. Now I know what it means. I'm no longer going to put on facade like, oh, I just read it, I like it. No, I really like when, where'd it go? When the subliminal vibrations came in, I was drawn to that because now I know what it means. I just never thought about them two words together because I've always looked at, this is prime while I'm doing this show. I've always looked at subliminal as a reminder of the downside of life, the evil part of life, the fact that they have to tell us due to karma. I never really looked at it as subliminal vibrations. And see, now I can also reference that to all of the synchronicity that I have. This is great, but welcome. It's good to have you here. You don't have a wrench. Where's your wrench? I will give you a wrench. I have to go over YouTube and do it. But yeah, Monica, you too. She says, where did it go? Look up Yahweh means the Egypt mythology. See? This time last year, I'd have been like, huh? But yeah, I didn't know that there was Egypt mythology. I just thought it was all like, all put in categories, and we couldn't say what we thought about any mythology, whether it be Hebrew, whether it be, I just thought there was good and bad. Seriously, I did. But now I know better. And how about this? I know I'm just going everywhere. I'm trying to wait for my girls to get in here so they can jump on the panel with me. If anybody wants to jump on, here's the link. The Vatican, right? I don't know if y'all see. I wish I could just play people's stuff, but you know me, I'll get strikes. The Vatican, underneath the Vatican is not, I used to just think it was like another way to another dimension, or the tunnels, but they actually have a room, like Satan has a room down there. Like he has his own room. And then you start putting together what comes out of the ocean in Revelations, what comes from the sky, what things are coming over the earth. But then you look at things like this. Hold on, I can show y'all this. I'm in my photo album. Let me screen share. But I've been doing a whole lot of not really tearing apart the Bible, but looking for simple words to simplify my thoughts. Oh, that's me. Hold on. I'm gonna get a strike for that if I don't stop. Stop, dum-dum. Go next. Okay. So I forgot where I was now. Let me get these Bible scriptures real quick. Oh, that too. Got so much good stuff. I don't know. I'm about to smoke me a blunt and to be here for a minute. Okay, you know how we have different characters in the Bible, and I speak like loosely with this because I never did go to church. I never went to church. I never been to no church unless there's been. I've never been to a wedding unless there was a death. And believe it or not, people, death, the grasp that the mere thought of dying, or someone dying, us dying, or a loved one dying, that grasp that it has on us, it's like insane. It's insane. It just think, my mother is ill, and my husband was shot and killed. Baby daddy's dead. Best friend is, everybody's gone. I used to feel like Job, right? Like you can always reckon with somebody in the Bible somewhere. And then I was just like, angry at the same time. Like, why? He's a child of God. His wife is gone. And then the silly ways how they died, a reason why, things like turn around, you're going to turn into a pillar of salt. No, just the way they make us, they make us fear our source, the higher power, the Most High. We shouldn't do that. You should not fear him. Like, I don't fear my mom. I love her. My kids don't fear me. They respect me. And that's the kind of love I have for my God. Yahweh. And I'm still up with that. I believe in more than one. Blood sacrifices. Come on, guys. Would you hand the Bible to your child that was just becoming of age to read? Would you hand it to your child and tell him that that's your God? And if you don't do right by him and he demands blood sacrifices of babies and, he likes to wear horns on his head and no, so when you become of age of that, I used to think about Job like, okay, well, this is happening to me. Then I broke my ankle and it was horrible. And then things just kept getting worse, downhill. Lost the home, lost everything. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm the female virgin. But now I know why. Because it couldn't have been no other way with me. Oh, is that what you're saying? Wait a minute. Did you just hold on? I saw dragon. Okay, I want to tell you that you understand all vibrations. The dragon. Do you know that it's not really dragon? The R kind of got put in there, but it's dogging. It's I think it's dragon. Let me look. See, I got notes. It was the half fish, half humanoid people. That's what the Pope looks like to me now. Now I know why he wears that hat. Now I know what the pine cone stands for. Again, I had to learn for myself instead of listening to everything on YouTube or listening to my mom or anybody else who only knows because someone told them. That's getting so old to me. I know it because I read it in the book. I know it because, that preacher gets paid to tell me this. I know it because my mom wouldn't let me think of anything else or, I would be punished in some kind of way. No, I had to be alone, get away from all just yipping and yapping and CNN, ABC and NBC. And I had to take time for myself and go, what do I think? How do I want to be treated? And this is how I raised my kids. So I would think that my God loves me so much that he would do the same for me. So anyway, long story short, you start figuring out the Dracos, the reptiles, the insectoids, like whoa, they really do exist, y'all. They exist all around us. The Anunnakis exist, but the Anunnakis are not the ones that some people think that, okay, they're the ones that came from heaven, but they were not the angels. I mean, they were the angels that was thrown down, but Yahweh didn't make them. Yeah, this is just my saying. I wish y'all can jump on the panel if you want to and come talk to me. But let's see. Hey, you, my original channel got taken down for truth bombs. Are you serious? That's why I ain't seen you in a while. And again, anybody I was friends with over the years, I was unsubscribed from y'all unknowingly a lot. Especially Seven Spalding all the time. I can't be telling the truth on YouTube. I keep getting unsubscribed from peeps as well. Yep. See, I didn't even read that. See, that's synchronicity to me. I didn't even finish reading that, and I just said it. See what I mean? I did. I promise you, I didn't read that. AI overdrive. Absolutely. And you know what? Sad thing is, this is why it's important for us to become a unit, to have unity in conscious awareness. And I didn't know that you could do it from a distance. And I mean, I knew you could do it from a distance, but I didn't believe it. I really didn't believe it until this synchronicity started happening to me in good ways. Like it was like a, wow. Yeah. Satan is the dragon. Okay. Well, see, that's a good conversation right there. Because the dragon really is he's innocent in everything. I truly believe that he's dragon, but they're called Dogons, Dogon, I believe it is. They're half fish and half man. But the serpentines existed too now. But now I don't think the serpent is so bad. What do I start believing here? Because serpent is rebirth, right? New beginning. And he's the one that has all the knowledge, that talking serpent. People actually believe it. He was just a talking serpent and he walked up to him. There's so much deeper than that. It's serpent seed now. But who would ever think that Eve could ever be pregnant with, Cain and Abel, and one was his and one, it's a long story. But the thing is if you can relate to anyone in that book, I don't mean to disrespectfully, then everybody in that book should be telling you, or anybody that reads it with you should tell you to search for your own heart. Don't be satisfied with what everybody else says. If you're uncomfortable with your God being that kind of way or whatever, then you do some research. If you're uncomfortable with the fact that there are aliens and people see flying saucers, do research on that. But you got to do it by yourself. Don't let nobody influence you. Don't let nobody tell you that there is God and you don't think there is. Blase, because your path is your path. But I guarantee you can get there a lot faster if you don't dislike me because of Planet X or Flat Earth or whatever the case may be these days, or the fact that I don't watch TV, or my dog is not, she's not a genuine full-blooded dog. She's just a mutt. That type thing influences us and holds us back. And shame on all you parents, and I mean this. Shame on all you parents who are forcing any type of religion on a child, on a someone who don't know any better. I mean, religion, I'm talking food. I know now we all should be vegetarians. I really don't like meat that much anymore. I don't have a taste for it. Once you find out how bad it is for you, and with obesity the way it is, and now you got cell phones in your hands, hell, you got McDonald's delivered to your doors. I mean, how much easier can it get? I don't know about y'all, but I don't have the V. I didn't get the jab. But it broke my heart when one of my boys did. He did it because he has a new son. And things like that, y'all. That's the kind of thing that's the kind of thing during this ascension that you've got to give to whatever higher energy or being or deity or God that you believe in. You have to pray that this little person that you gave birth to, that you took care of, will find its own way. We don't own them. I don't own my children. But they, still think I'm a little crazy for me to go to them and tell them what I know about the variants and what to get, what not to get, and about the, can I even say that? Or I'll get in trouble. The nanobots, it just makes it's, for my kids, things get stranger and stranger with me. My youngest one's 18. My oldest one's 36. I think he's 36 now, yeah. And my 18-year-old don't even speak to me really, but my other ones, they just leave me alone about it, and I leave them alone about it, and I don't embarrass them. But the thing is, I might have to leave him here. I'd leave them here in this dimension, in this, yeah, that right there. It was the hardest thing for me to get over. You know how I got over that? By loving myself. Death is an illusion. It's a sick joke. Thank you for, see, I need you up here with me to remind me to get back to where I was. You're absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. Death is an illusion. It's a sick joke. Yes. Now we have to ask ourselves, how did this happen? We are born into sin. Literally, that's why we cry. And we have no memory right then and there of ever being here before, it just makes you think like, duh, Adam and Eve were made to be human beings and used a rib to make her. No. And you constantly, where I'm going with this is only you can come up with the answer that's going to make you realize that and admit to yourself that you were wrong about a situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did I write down? Because in order to have a quantum energy or frequency for a united consciousness, it means that I'm not going to fault you because you don't believe in something. You see, I'm not going to fault you because of your, God knows, your skin color. Now that is, that's the biggest wow that I have, that it burns me. I still pray on that because I try to keep my energies, my chakras high. But the woman that I am today, I can't stand it when somebody says, "Oh, I got a friend that's black," or "I got a friend that's Chinese," or that's where I gotta draw my line right there. because that is the saddest excuse for you really don't like a person because of their tone. And another thing that gets to me now that I know better, I'm giving y'all reasons why I'm still working with myself, is because would you date outside your race? What the hell did you just ask me? Would I date outside my race? Well, that depends. It will be insectoid, a draken, will it be, I don't know, elephant man? Because we're one race. And these people still, these young kids who are spiritually supposed to be awakening, are still saying, Black lives matter, white lives matter, every life matter. Where's the human word in all of this? It is almost like you're not recognized. Like, I don't want to be recognized because I'm Mexican, Italian, and Indian. I don't want my children to get recognized. Oh, I'm having deja vu right now. I'm really having deja vu. I don't want my children to be recognized because of their skin color. We are all human. We're just different shades, right? So now with my ascension, you get to the corny parts. Like people who, how would I say this without offending somebody, y'all? People who prey on other people's innocence, should I say, like parents, children. I don't know about y'all, but I can smell a narcissist a mile away. Literally, I can tell by this way they sit, the way they talk. I can tell by the way they tap their foot. I can tell by the way they hold their fork or their spoon. I could tell a narcissist, and these narcissists are everywhere. And I guarantee you, oh Lord, I hope somebody listening to me. If you are, I'm so sorry. I don't mean this directed towards you, but they're normally, from my research, this is how deep I get in y'all. RH negative blood, green or blue eyes, and relevantly dishwashed and blonde hair, but not blonde, but dirty blonde. And there's high. This is the RH negative, RH factor. Do you ever think about why it was that Mary was chosen at 14 or 13 or however she was? I used to be so mad at that. I'm like, how dare him get her artificially inseminated, okay? And then they're going to put all this stuff on TV for everybody to see. Artificially inseminated. I'm not artificially inseminated. I'm sorry. Immaculate conception. A child who couldn't even tell her man. She was stoned. She was sent away. Had a baby in a manger after around the whole story just didn't sit well with me until I did research. Back then, to be 13 to 14-year-old, it was a whole lot healthier than we are today, of course. And also, it was her bloodline. The bloodline that she carried was so important to Yahweh that this is who he chose. So me asking questions, feeling all by myself, like, okay, nobody's saying this but me, that was on my personal, what I went through, because I was 15 when I had a baby, You know what I'm saying? Our personal life is for you and you only. What you go through is for you. What I go through is just for me, but I guarantee you, if you are a sky watcher, that means that you've came out of some type of shell, especially in 2022 when it's embarrassing, supposedly. I want to change all that. That's what I'm saying. I want to change all that. I want to make it. They'll give you a cross constantly. Remember, Jesus was sacrificed. Exactly. Why do people wear that around their neck? Does anybody know why they wear that around their neck? Why? If I was crucified on the cross, the last thing I want anybody to do is wear a cross around your neck to remember that I was crucified. But he wasn't. I don't think he was not crucified for our sins, because we have free will. I don't get that part either. We have free will. We have free will. He did not die for our sins. He dies at the hand of a human. He died at the hands of a human. We sacrificed him because we were scared of him. And then you find out that Enki and Enow, there was no Cain and Abel. It was Enki and Enow, the brothers. There was good and bad in it, but it's balance. You got to have balance, right? How can I be mad at the serpent that used to walk and talk? You had to have balance. God created all creations, but I also think that he separated himself in order to have some kind of balance. And I think that his other self would be like, I guess, his brother. This is just me talking. But It had to be some sense of balance. It got to the point to where they become jealous. The Anunnakis, well, I guess they're the ones that fell into the women, of us or whatever. Because I don't think the whole giant thing, y'all. Come on, I wish somebody come up here and talk to me. So I'm just talking to myself. See what you said. She said. He said, no, he said, everything is hidden in plain sight. CGI on live TV is getting a joke lately. They live speak to, man, don't you feel like, I feel like I'm in that TV sometimes, like with the stuff that I see. It's just so damn fake, and it's right in your face. Right in your face. And you can't say nothing because they were like, yeah, I hear all that. That's all conspiracy. Yeah. The recycling of our souls. Wait a minute, I want to get back to the Bible is all about sacrifice. Absolutely. All about sacrifice. And even the Son of Yahweh. Yes, he was sent down here to show us how to live, to show us that we can be kind to one another. And also, it's okay to die. It is okay, by all means. That's a message, I think, that by him being sacrificed and by, Yahweh not putting a stop to it, I think that he took all his pain away, but I don't think Jesus was God. I think that was his son. And I think that he died not for our sins. That didn't happen, not to me, because we have free will. He did not save us. We were all, what? Noah started building that boat way in his head several times before he was ever told to do it. And I don't think there's two of each animal. I think there was DNA samples. Like, I think that there's so much technology that they're hiding from us. I mean, you think about, Ezekiel and his wheels. I see those in the sky. This is my connection to the Bible. Basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's not true. It's basic, but it's not instructions. It's fear mongering. It's teaching you to hate. It's teaching you to fear death. When we live, let's see, this is what I wrote. I love talking, especially when y'all can't see me because I tear up. Let's see. My review I came out with, I wrote all these papers last night and I ain't really read any of them. My main thing is a solution. It's just, I have a solution to overcoming fear by testing your fears, but not in an ugly way. We got to produce an energy superior to words, because words are spells. That way, if we can produce that energy and just feel each other, even through the internet, this will bypass words, and it'll be a unity consciousness. Just like I said earlier, if you're able to pray, if you know how to pray properly, then pray for everyone, not just yourself. Blessed is he who lives without seeing. Blessed is he who knows how to trust, and trust in his own divine energy. Like, I trust myself now. I trust myself to be able to do this, but not without getting emotional, because I'm just an emotional wreck, but in a good way. I cry tears of joy now. I'm not scared to die, y'all. I'm not saying I'm going to go out here and just off myself, but I'm not scared of it. Of course, we all think about how it's going to happen, but I know from breaking my leg, the way I broke my leg, I don't know if y'all saw the picture in my first stream, but I know that our body, we have so many, man, this body is so perfect. You're like, I don't know if the heart beats to make blood flow, or blood flow makes the heart beat, which regardless, you're full of energy. And that little thing called adrenaline, whatever way it is, could not have been more horrible than giving birth to a child and breaking a bone to open double fracture like I had to see and endure, and then 6 surgeries and rods. Man, those endorphins that we have that put you in a state of shock, that's a blessing. So I'm almost at that where I'm like, okay, well, however I do die, it's going to be quick. And if it's going to be miserable, then so be it. But if you do the right thing, no one has to die to take all that pain away from me or to forgive me for my sins. I just have to take care of myself, and try to, But now, if you go into we're going to another dimension where, you know what, disease and all that does not exist. It doesn't exist, y'all. We're not even going to poop. And I know that's crazy to say on YouTube, but we won't even be pooping. There would be no belly aches. We will eat pure in vegetables and stuff that would just would be go into our body. You know, it just pure. No fats, no foods, no stinking poop, no belly aches, no nothing, no disease. And people don't understand now. Now I understand how we create diseases. We blame all them for everything, but we actually create them. Hold on, what was I going to tell y'all real quick? We need to put this in here. No. Okay, blessed he who believes in him. Trust in his own divine energy, trust in his own divine power, in his own ability. Show order rather than chaos. To spread, joy instead of fear. To speak love instead of hate. It makes me angry when people do that stuff now. But my solution to overcoming fear is you guys. If you get with a solidarity group of people who actually like each other and there's no stipulations, nobody's talking behind nobody's back, nobody's worried about what somebody's wearing or what they ate, just genuinely friend. I don't think I've ever had one of those, y'all. I genuinely don't believe I've ever, not even a sibling or a parent that just genuinely like me like I like my dog. I genuinely like my dog. She genuinely likes me. She loves me unconditionally. She loves me unconditionally. You know why? Because she don't know any other way but to appreciate. Just to appreciate. And they never lost their connection with our God, with their creator, their source. They never lost their connection. We did, because ours was pretty much stolen. And I believe the only reason it's happening is because y'all always fed up with us anyway. Okay, I'm gonna allow this to happen for a certain amount of time. I ain't figured that out yet, but going into the light. Don't go into the light. That's what, that's always been put in our faces, right? That's been put in our faces just like September the 23rd or, everything's been shoved in our face. Do the opposite of. Don't go toward that light. That's the way you get trapped, because you end up right back here. But that's not going to happen anymore. What I believe is this is it, y'all. This is the grand finale. This is it. There's no more. I don't think there's any more reincarnation. Why would we reincarnate? Because we're all ready to go. Yep, I'm sitting here talking about no jab here. Me neither. The pine cone is the shape of our pineal gland. Their control over our minds is that they hide from us. Fluoride, food, water, media, scripture, religion, everyone around us. Exactly. But how can you tell that to the average person? How can you tell the average person that? What I hear today walking by my mom's TV. Oh, well, what is it? Somebody's trying to get oil from Russia and they won't give it to us or some shit. What in the people in your right mind? What makes you think that the United States of America, does not have our own oil reserve? Are you kidding me? Why? Who believes that? This is going to be their reason. We all knew that after the jab, they're going to need one big reason to bring us down. So a missile can go somewhere it's not supposed to, and we blame it on somebody. That is not the whole reason. It's just, that's why we got to think for ourselves. No jab here. Exactly. And I don't think people ever given up the jab, because I laugh at it. I was born in 1970. I got the chickenpox, the polio vaccine, the boosters. I got everything that my mom and dad had before me and before them. That there was never really that we knew of. There was really, really bad outbreak from the vaccine. We all had bad reactions to them. Hell, all my kids got fevers, but that's what you're supposed to. But for this is why I wanted to just do what I wanted to do to my son when he was like, Mom, I got I'm like, you did. I threw up. I literally threw up and cried. I cried for so long. And it hurt. It had to hurt. I was just doing a whole bunch of research about, they got like 3 years to live and and I had to give it to my source. I had to say, you know what? I can't push him to do anything because he's only 27 years old. He hasn't been here a whole 52 years to see what the do's and the don'ts. And it's almost like, Touche, isn't it like almost like we're reading a bad novel? And it just keeps happening, and it just keeps happening. Now you got to get a booster. But no, nothing to worry about here. You can still get it. Matter of fact, the people who have the jab can shed it to the people who do not. Now, you understand my situation with my son and his wife and my 2-year-old grandson. So even if this is like why and my son Elliot, he got the jab after he had the you know what, he already had it. He had it. I had it too, but I had it where I could smell or taste, not so much as the lung stuff, but it was bad. But my whole point is I had to let that go, because you know what, he would have kept me, the thoughts of him and what he had done would have kept me from just ascending. I still got some things that's going to keep you from ascending. But it's a people think, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of my other stream. It's not like a rapture. It's not going to happen in one day. This just not happen in one day. I mean, come on, y'all. It didn't happen in one day. It's not going to happen in one day. It's happening now. Like it's a process, because the Archangel Michael, I believe, his craft that he is using is a manifestation. Okay. He's using a craft that's a manifestation, and then I forget. I'm not sure who the other craft is, but they're coming toward each other. That's what we're seeing with the binary Nemesis, damn it, Nibiru or whatever. But I think the Nibiru is the home of the Anunnaki, and I believe that these two crafts, one is manifested by Michael, and they have to cross each other's paths, which is right in the center of our central sun. And it's gonna cause, cause and effect here. It's gonna stop it. And once they pull off from one another, which is gonna take 3 days, once they pull off from one another, that's when you'll realize that you're fully ascended. You'll feel. I'm just saying. I just think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be so beautiful. I can smell it now. But you can't get there, you guys, if you're not like whole within and love yourself 100. Hell, I think I'm about 88% ready. But it's the thing about death, you guys. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's going to hold us back here. They make it like if we don't give things, even humans, labels, we can't understand it exactly. Yep. What is your sign, I wonder? All of y'all in there, because I'm also doing this whole astrological thing, like age of Aquarius. How did I know that I was I'm an Aquarius, but I never thought I'd actually be more like this, because of confusion and categories of division among us. And you know what, that division, like I said earlier, just because of our skin color, like they had us at hello right there. Because there ain't no way in Kingdom Come from here to wherever that you could tell me that I raised me and tell me that I can't like this person, this human, because they were a shade lighter or darker than me. That would have never worked with me. Like, that would have never worked with me. I would have been one of them kids that got the hell beat out of them all the time, because I refused that. Like, of course, my mom was never racist, but I can't even say racist. She never was prejudiced. But you see how they did that to us. The Christians, the Vaticans, and like, what did that person ever do to you? Oh, it ain't him, it's his ancestors. And yeah, okay. Well, then I had to do more research, you guys, and I started researching colors. Like, I say, take a dark crayon, right? Black crayon, that's the darkest color you can get, right? Just scribble it on paper somewhere. Take your white crayon. That's a palette you can get, and just put it on paper. Now, just think about it for a minute. How in the hell can you get, if Caucasians from the Caucasus Mountain. That's the only reason we're considered Caucasians. How do Caucasians all of a sudden just start being born a darker shade? I mean, where did they come up with that again? Like, that doesn't happen. I don't care what hemisphere you're in. And if everybody believes in the book, it tells you clearly that Yeshua had hair of wool. Come on now. People overlook those parts. Like they overlook, oh, I don't believe that there's water. I don't believe that above our dome is water. I don't. I think that in the book where it says I'll separate the waters from the waters, I think he meant like freshwater fish and salt waters, because they had to have their own habitat. I think I separate waters from the waters. That's just my belief. That's just something I'm looking into. But the firmament itself, guys, think about it. Our God, Yahweh, the source, the Most High, he did not put that firmament there. I don't know. People get misconstrued with that. And I think I'm going to do more research, but I think I know enough to firmly say that it was put there by the Dracodians or by the reptiles or whatever you guys want to call them. I think it was put there by them to recycle our souls. Because, I mean, come on. No one's been to the moon. And that's another thing. I think I'm just sick of that one. I would write that off immediately. Like, somebody just, don't say it. Because you can't get outside low Earth orbit. Same people that yelling, we have a dome over it, actually believe that went to the moon and the car went into space. And it's no. Didn't happen like that. Now, I believe in portals. I do believe in portals. But you got to have a free get free card for that. You got to have technology. I'm not saying there's no way outside of it, but the ones who put us in here made sure that us, just a little human being and a rocket, can't get out. You got to be spiritual to rise above even being human in order to manifest to get to a portal. And it's just, I hope somebody is with me on this. Where my girls go? I'm gonna get them. I'm actually having fun though. Saw a game like American Idol, right? No, I thought it said American Idol. Like America ain't got oil. I know, right? I mean, who believes that, y'all? Why aren't they going up there shaking down the White House and being like, man, it's probably underneath the White House, And that's another thing. Fossil fuel. Are you kidding me? Like, I started thinking about the dinosaurs and the dragons, and I believe in mud fossils, 100% mud fossils. I believe oil, it doesn't come from dinosaur bones because dinosaurs didn't exist. Dragons did, but I don't think it's fossil fuel. I think it's blood of titans. I think it's blood of the titans. Oh, that's what I was going to say too. The Anunnakis have to be the giants or the men. Think about angels. In the Bible, they tell you that the angels mixed with women, right? Humans, like they weren't humanoids. But that's like cats and dogs sleeping together. Just think about it for a minute. Angels did not sought after a woman because they were beautiful, and they took as many as they wanted to their side. They took them in the Bible. It tells you literally, like, they came down here, screwed them, took them for wives. No questions asked. We're already in slavery in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The color had nothing to do with it. Then it was about the species, the angels who were thrown down here. And then think about us being children of God. Children of men, like, okay. So you're telling me that Yahweh just deliberately got them off his hands and sent them down here and not to like Saturn or somewhere else? No, the Bible is just not making sense. But it does make sense when you, like I said, reckon with the stories in there and don't listen to nobody else and just come up with your own, because I think mine sound pretty good only because I'm using my common sense and I know the way I like to be treated as a mother, not a god, The whole thing, like God's name in vain and blasphemy. Exactly what is blasphemy? Hey, I gotta go, China. I've been up all night. Okay, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna try to do more of these. That's another thing I've said. I'm gonna get better. I had to take some time off though. But we got to open up as consciousness, because the more we open up, then we realize that we are until you know that you're consciously evolving and growing, piercing the stimulation, once we know that, and I just recently found this out. I'm literally in like the past 2 weeks. I know now because of the synchronicities. It's not bad synchronicities. I don't believe in karma. I mean, not karma. I'm sorry. I don't believe in coincidences because the synchronicities that are happening to me are like, oh my God, I didn't tell anybody that blase, blase, or I could think of a person. Like I could manifest them to call or, and then shy away like, oh Lord, I didn't mean for that to happen. It's kind of scary, but appreciative at the same time. And I couldn't have done this without fearing, without discouragement, without being at the bottom. I could have never, ever have done this. And there's no way in the world I can even tell this to. Not that would give a damn. There's no one in the world that would give a damn that I'm telling you this right now or whoever's listening today or tomorrow. But I know that some people are patting me on the back right now. Because if you knew me years ago, I was just I wasn't bad. I just cursed a lot and drank a lot. And, we don't want to be afraid to go back to your child self. You got to go back to what you were afraid of in order to get over it. And, how do I say this? I wrote that down too, didn't I? I sure did. Hold on. Having a feeling that you can finally act other than react. Yeah. Listen to your soul. It's not the outward signs that matter most. People need to get over that vanity crap. Now I know why vanity is a sin. Because you get self-absorbed, literally. And it's not the outwards that matter, and it's your inner energy that matters. Energy all matters. What's what I was about to read? Okay, for unity consciousness, we need to have a deep knowing of where we've been and who we are now, right? Because when tomorrow we want to be a brighter version of ourselves. I know I do each and every day. Because I'm choosing love over everything. I'm just choosing to love you anyway and not condemn you. And we don't throw rocks at our past selves, do we? The past versions of ourselves. I'm not going to throw a rock because I didn't know certain things. I got to love my past self with compassion so I can heal, right? So I can heal effortlessly. And you can't do that if you say, I hate myself. I used to hate myself. No, I was just wrong. Ignorance. Why does people think that ignorance is such a bad word? Like it's a shameful word. It's not a shameful word. You got to crawl before you walk. Who's at my door? As I'm talking to my computer. Why are you up? You know what time it is? Oh, you ain't got to work tomorrow. I mean, you don't have school tomorrow. I'm sorry. Okay, well, I'm still online. I don't know who's listening, but
I actually am.
Are you really listening to me? That might have been too much information for you, nephew.
Was.
Okay, did I get too deep for you?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't really. Did it make sense?
Where's Grandma? Is Grandma in there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I gotta shut the door. I can't let Mama even talk like that. Mama, you been listening to me?
No. Hey,
Okay. What? Oh, okay. That's all right. That ain't funny, though. It's ha ha ha. Not funny. Okay. See how I avoided that? I knew my mom was in the living room. I just shut the door because she don't understand me either. Well, it's not meant for her to understand me, right? It's for me to understand me. But, I guess I'll go. Just know this, people. I used to get what I call downloads. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I got downloaded. I know there's all this information. If it's too easy, if you don't have to work for the information, it's too good to be true. It probably is. Because I guarantee you, unless you're asking questions, whether it be unconsciously or subconsciously, if you're not asking questions, you're not going to get any answers. And I guarantee you, you can't depend on one other soul to tell you right from wrong because they're a different person. If I was to go to a movie theater with you guys and I sat on one side of the theater, we did not communicate, and we watched the same movie, I guarantee you're not going to have the same belief on the outcome as I do. We're going to have, something to discuss, or reasons why, because that's what makes us unique. That's what gives us our own consciousness. And having a conscience is what makes us human. If you have a conscience, you have a soul. If you have a soul, then you have every ability that I have to get the heck out of this place. Yeah. But only when you're ready. Only when you're ready to walk in that path. Because you gotta have fierce courage. As I walk through the valley of death, yes. Walk through the valley of death is pretty much, before you get to the end of that valley, you need to know that it is okay to die. And the only way to do that is you have to be fierce with courage and strength. And you need to be uncomfortable to be able to activate the next level of evolution. Because if you don't, then you've gone nowhere. You literally have gone nowhere if you think you're about to just step onto that next platform and ride on out like you get wings. That don't happen. I think that we are here because the purpose of living is to be able to say, look, I don't know the answers to all that. And yes, I'm scared of death, but why shouldn't I be? And then, ask your own questions, do your research, and come up with your own conclusions, because you are your own person. That's just what it is. Everybody stop watching TV. All you people got to stop watching TV. I don't understand how y'all, especially these reality TVs where everybody's just pulling out guns and talking about each other. Humans killing humans. I don't care what color you are or where you're from, what part of the region. It doesn't matter. What do you think the earth is round or flat? You deserve a chance at knowing the truth. So open up yourself and start asking questions, and you make sense of it yourself, because simple things like the Bible, simple things like you better fear your God, simple things like spilling your blood should be a no-no. These are things that you need to use for your own protection, your common sense, not the 10 Commandments. Not somebody stand on top of a mountain and electric bolts come down and zoo. No, that didn't happen, y'all. It just didn't happen. We didn't need. And why did God waited generations before he told everybody right from wrong? It's the serpent seed. The serpent seed got caught up and it had to be balanced. And that's what happened. But it was Inky and E now. And, in all those little statues y'all see, those statues they said were cursed or possessed or something. No. People, they did the, hey, I'm sorry, Cindy. Did Mama haul her? This is why they drew things for us in caves. This is why they made the pyramids so perfect, lined up with, the stars and all. So you would look up and figure out that the signs are truly in the heavens, but you actually got to look for it. You have to want it. And you have to agree to disagree with yourself and not give a damn what anybody else says. That's all you got to do. Unless they're paying your bills, you might want to move out first or something. But if there's nobody, I'm not going to be forcing anything ever again. That's my unity right there. Never again. I will listen to advice all day long. But being celibate has helped. So y'all, those shockers, the low shockers, the sex, drugs, and the alcohol and stuff. Yeah, I like my beer and I love my weed, but you got to stop with the sex stuff for a while. I know you don't know if you're married, girlfriends, or whatever, but if that's all you're thinking about and that's all you're craving, and I know the majority of these people out here, 2022, you can drop and do it anywhere and nobody else say nothing. We need to go back to the days where you couldn't kiss in a park, or you remember the days when they used to, hell, I Dream of Jeannie got in trouble for showing her navel. Elvis got in trouble for thirsting. Now you know why. Because it all leads up. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. Now it's cool to walk around half naked. It's cool to smoke cigarettes now. No, it's cool to vape now. Yeah. Do you see what they're doing, y'all? Just recycling. Because without us, they could not exist. Evil could not exist without our fear. Without our fear. They have to fear us in order for them to survive. They live off our energy. That's why they recycle us and give us death and give us, stipulations. And this is why we're in a dome, because of frequencies. Just like football domes and churches that have dome. The Capitol has a dome. Everything works on a grid. And this is why when you go to church, it's usually a death. Everybody crying, that all sad. At the football field, they do the same thing. Shit, you've seen about 150 men mad because they lost a football game. They're fighting and raising hell. And it's just Capitol where everything's in a dome for a reason. And we are too. But our Savior is coming. Oh, he's already here. He's in all of us. He's just waiting on us to get our stuff together, hold hands like what do you call them? Ninja. I'm not ninjas. The Power Rangers. Yeah. Frequencies. Now, somebody asked about the dark crystal earlier. That's what I wanted to say to you. One of my first research projects I ever did on YouTube was on Jim Henson. The Dark Crystal was the very first movie I ever went and saw. I was 12 years old, I think. Very first movie I ever saw, like walking into, being 12 back then. Actually sitting down and watching it. And it's something about the birds. Something that, I could be showing you pictures. I'm just talking to myself. Something about the birds, the way they're built, the way they look, the way they talk, the way it was everything. Since I was 12 years old now, has always weighed on me. Always weighed on me. So what happens when I grow up and I start looking at the sky? I start seeing these damn birds everywhere. Everywhere. They were walking and talking birds. And I used to always reflect on the dark crystal and thinking of crystals and like, what could that possibly be real? And the little puppets, they were puppets, literal puppets, but we have puppets too. But and then you find out that Jim Henson, y'all know what he died of, right? I'm probably talking to myself, but I'm okay with that right now. He passed away. Him and his friend passed away from TSS. You might know what TSS is. You might know what TSS is. This is what's really coming, though. If you'll see this, I'll probably lose my internet. You see that face? That's why men's heart's going to fail them. That's a machine. That right there is. I'm not damn screen sharing. Hold on. I'm probably talking to myself, but this is worth it, so I don't have to go all over this again. Screen share. Okay, so. I could stay on forever. And my people in the UK will wake up. All right, so. All right, I'm screen sharing, I think. Oh, come on. What happened? Where'd you go? View tab photos on Google. I know, but I want to go back to StreamYard. I know I'm screen sharing. Oh, did they have it where I can't go back now? Sharing this tab to StreamYard. Yes. I lost connection. Wouldn't you? Damn. No. All right. Maybe I'll set it up for tomorrow. And the battery's down, so that's enough telltale signs. But anyway, Jim Henson died of TSS. It's a toxic shock syndrome. You can only women get that because they wear tampons too long. So Jim Henson died of that. And then I went into start a lot of research on in a lot of his movies. Now, he did a lot of series on mythology, y'all. Y'all got to check those out. I know you'll feel like you're like in first or second grade, like with the projectors. But it's really worth getting into finding out where his head was and why they killed him. Because I know that now for a fact. I was going to show y'all pictures. It's because when he made these birds for the Dark Crystal and the story thereof, except for it was gold. It was crystals and gold, the real story of the Anunnaki. But I believe the Anunnakis have everything to do with the bird. And I don't believe that they did not wear bird helmets, bird heads. Some descendants of the Anunnaki, I believe, to be humanoid and bird. Yeah, and they look just like, okay, you know how in the Dark Crystal, right? It was one being at one time and it split up. When they came to that planet, they were one being. They split up to be the one that made that noise, and then the other one, the birds. They were one being. This is why I reference to maybe Yahweh did the same thing. They split up. One was a good force, one was a bad force. But they had to wait thousands and thousands of years to raise consciousness, to get this little puppet to go get the darn piece of the crystal. I know it sounds crazy, but you gotta maybe I'll leave some links in here for Jim Henson's he's got them. They're kind of like, what is it? Do not change the horizontal. Do not change the vertical. We control outer limits. It's kind of like the outer limits, but if you can get past the cheesiness and just listen and this man was really trying to tell us something. Like, y'all better watch the heck out. And one thing he taught us, there is no other world. Well, I don't know if the worlds exist, but anyway, they're not ran by a book. It's instilled in our heart, people, what to do, right from wrong. We have a conscience. If you're walking around with no conscience, like some will be when the 5G towers connect to their butts, their soul's already gone. They're gone. All they gotta do is that, to me, is the zombie apocalypse. It's not going to be my husband raising up out the ground or your neighbor, or it's not going to be like that. Their souls might rise. But people like my husband will be staying here. And that tells you that even in death, like suicide should not be the worst sin ever. You should not be so, there's people kill themselves every day, accidentally sometimes, but that, why is people like, oh my God, he killed himself, he's not going to heaven? What do you mean? People say that you're not supposed to commit suicide because you're not able to repent your sin. Well, yes, you are. It's just that everybody's sleeping right now. I don't have, my husband's not a guardian angel. He's not guardian anything. But there are no guardian angels that walk the earth right now. That's my belief. They're all sleeping, just like they're sleeping. God made angels. Our souls don't go up there. They turn into ghosts. They walk the earth. They don't go up there and get wings and come back down here and watch you. That doesn't happen. And really, seraphim are the real angels, and they had 6 wings. I'm just saying. People stop looking for UFOs. It's the whole sky. It's the mothership, and I think it's the kingdom. And I'm going to let y'all go. Stop looking for you little UFOs. Look at the whole picture. You got to look at the whole concept of this false reality in our skies. And as above, so below has so many different meanings. I would like to know a lot of people's different meanings, because I'm a little confused about as above, so below. So maybe we'll do that next time. But thanks for listening. I don't know who's listening today or tomorrow, but peace, love, and light to y'all. I love y'all. I do. And just know it's okay. It's okay if you're okay with you. Are you okay with you? I'm okay with me. And I really don't care what other people think. I don't. The most important thing is you got to love yourself. Trust yourself. Be your own best friend. I wrote that down somewhere too, didn't I? Once you become conscious about who you are, you're going to be mad that you ever disrespected yourself. I don't mean to say disrespect, and you're going to be mad that you have, you've kept yourself from all this happiness all this time. You're going to be slightly upset with yourself that you didn't treat yourself to a better life because of your peers. It's not your fault, though. But if you're talking like I am, and if you feel not like I do, but if you feel like you're okay being alone, you're putting God before and then yourself before, then you're okay. Then it's okay. And just know when you pass, you're just passing. The good thing is we're not coming back this time. We have no orders. We will be walking beside the divine one. Like Enoch. Book of Enoch. All right, well, it's up to you to produce and do the necessary things for your tomorrow's existence or the next day. Because you're the only one that's got to walk in your footsteps. And people can't say, I know how you feel. No, you don't. You don't. Because you're not walking in. We have different fingerprints for a reason. Footprints are the same. So peace, love, and light to you guys. And whatever problem you have, ask God for discernment. Yahweh, whatever y'all call them. Ask him to be able to discern so you can lie within a peaceful decision about what it is, whether it's about a bill, whether it's boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or being cremated or buried. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, ask for discernment and ask for, the spirit of courage to make a change. But we could change a lot quicker with unity. Peace, love, and light. Y'all take care. You know, right, Sandy? Baby girl.